Hi, welcome back to my channel. This morning I just wanted to talk about what I was thinking about on Tuesday as I was listening to a pastor preach, which I had already noticed it for myself, and I don't even understand how I got to that place. But over the last few months, I have not been praying completely for others. I have not been praying for the nation, the world, the injustice, the things that we see surrounding us. And I have to be honest about it, because I was just like, I didn't. What I did was prayed about the things that I seen that was wrong with me, or what I'm feeling, what joy, what direction. It was just months of me, 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 me. I have never been like that. So I don't know what happened. Why did I spend so much time trying to get back on track with prayer for myself? Not that we shouldn't pray for ourselves, because we should, but it's more importantly to pray for others. We have some people that don't know the word. You have some people that going through a really, really tough time and need extra prayer. You have so much that's going on in the earth right now, in the world right now, especially with the pandemic, things going up, people losing jobs, people killing themselves. So instead of me just taking action and really praying for those things, I didn't. I lost myself somewhere in the last few months where I'm asking God what is going on with me and helping me get myself aligned back with Him. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that I wasn't praying at all. It's just my prayers were towards me more these last few months. And that should never happen. That should never have happened. Now, not that I'm going to beat myself up about it, but even with some days I didn't even pray, even though I may be talking to God throughout the day, because in the word it says pray without season, which means not that, you have to always get on your knees and pray or go in your prayer closet to pray. You should be talking to God all day, every day. But in my case, and just in case some of you guys are going through this same thing, I think for us, um, whatever we're praying about for others, God is going to make happen for us. So I don't think we should just spend all day or months, day in and day out, just praying me, me, me. And to me, that is selfish. I never was that person. I always pray for people, but I don't know. I just got caught up in my own self and what I'm going through, to the point, yes, I was exhausted. I don't know. I just felt like hopeless a little bit, and I'm trying to get myself back to where I need to be. You know what I mean? So prayer is a big thing, and you need it. Prayer is a really big thing, and you should always pray. Like I said, not only in the closet or in your room on your knees. You should pray in your car. You should pray at work. You should pray in the store. Now, praying without season, what that means is there's a level of dependency in your spirit that you're depending on God for, which we're dependent on God for every single thing, but there's a spirit of dependency, meaning even if we are not speaking directly to God, there is a deep abiding presence inside of us. Like if I say nothing at all, I feel as though in my spirit, in my heart, God knows me. Like He knows what I'm saying. Because sometimes it gets to that point where, I'm hoping to get from this point, but sometimes I get to the point where I just don't know what to say. And I just allow my heart to speak and just sit there in His presence quietly. Now, praying repeatedly and often, that is praying without season. We just can't give up on God, the God of hope. We have to continue to pray and keep praying. And like I was saying, for me, I wasn't even praying for others. I wasn't even praying for others. It was not all about me. I was just trying to figure out like what's going on with me on the inside of me. I don't exactly know what it was or why I even got to that place of just praying, trying to get myself out of the rut that I was in. And sometimes it may take that, but Tuesday, I just sat there and like, you know what? I can't even believe it. Like, I'm praying for me, being selfish and not even thinking about others right now. And I always pray for others. I always pray for others, no matter what. But somewhere down the line, I got caught up in myself. And praying for others gives me joy. It gives me life. It gives me hope. So maybe that's why I'm still in the little rut, because I turned my prayer from praying for others about me, trying to figure out my situation, my walk, my guidance, without really seeking God full-heartedly with about others. I just feel like if I'm praying for others, God is going to take care of me anyway. Don't get me wrong, you still have to pray for yourself and getting some things, you know, in line with God and removing and washing and getting clean and all that, of course. But we should never just pray for ourselves. We should always have a mouth that the prayer is about others at all times. At all times. And I said, okay, you know, I'm going to do a video on this because I want you guys to know I am nowhere near perfect. I am walking this journey pretty much alone until God blesses me with a mentor to teach and show me how to be and to do. But for right now, this is what I have. I'm being obedient with doing the videos. I'm praying, but at that time I was praying for me. So now I got to get myself back to praying for others, because how did I miss that? Like, what happened over the last few months? And I am big enough and honest enough to know that I didn't. And so that night I had to go and talk to God about it. Like, I feel like I'm about to tear up now. Like, what happened? People are important and others are it's just very important for you to pray for others. Some people don't have a prayer life. Some people don't even know where to begin. Some people just need extra prayer. We don't really know what's going on in people's life. Better yet, we don't even know what's going on in our own lives or out the door to the next minute. We just have to always trust and believe in God. So praying, you gotta pray. I mean, the biggest thing I think is prayer. Building your relationship with God and reading his word. Yes, you have to treat people like you want to be treated and respectful, but you always got to have a mouth of gratitude and turning yourself down. Like, you can't be selfish walking with God. That doesn't add up. I recognize my wrong. And I recognize what I did wrong as far as praying, when my whole posture anyway is all about praying for other people. And here it is, months I was praying about me, trying to get me together, my life together, what direction I go, not even thinking about my fellow neighbor. Benefits of why to pray without ceasing. Keep our hearts aligned with God. Keep us away from Satan's temptation. Protect us from living a corrupt life. Prayer give us strength. All that. God is amazing. Sometimes I could be feeling really down, But once I go pray or even just sit in his presence, and maybe, I don't know, I cry a lot because I want to know how to do it the correct way, and I don't want to mislead anybody. So my prayer always been, God, whatever you're doing to me, or whatever transition you're doing in me, I always want to make sure it's real. But when I recognized that the last few months, I didn't pray for anybody, it hurt me. Like, it literally bothered me. This walk, and especially if you're not walking it with no one to help you on a journey, it could be really tough. It's a lot of ups and downs and trying to figure out getting it right. But the main person that you go to talk to about anything is God. Like, you have to reach out. In the Bible, Jesus' disciples asked him to teach them how to pray. So if you don't know how to pray or know what to pray, the Holy Spirit gives you that anyway. All you have to say, Jesus, teach me how to pray. Show me what to pray for. I don't know. I just know that I should never, or we should never, go a day without praying, without talking to God. Even though we try to get it all for ourselves of getting things right and aligned with God during prayer, you have to pray for others. Like, you have to, man. You want them to have the same kind of joy that you have. If somebody's battling cancer, you have to believe for them that God is going to heal them, that it's going to be removed. Like, you have to believe that for them. And I am being so honest. The last few months, I did not pray at all for people. And I don't know exactly why and how, but if I had to take a guess, it's because I have so much going on myself that I'm trying to straighten me up and then pray for people. But that's never the case, because even in the beginning of my walk, when I didn't know any better, I always prayed for people. And by him bringing that to my attention, I know I have to get back at it. I have to. Matthew 26:41 says, watch and pray that you will not enter into temptation. You're going to always have to pray to keep you protected, to keep you covered. You cannot live this world without God, without the Spirit. You cannot. I don't care what anyone says. There is no way that you can have a fulfilling, happy life not covered under God. Like, I would lose my mind. Even though I'm not where even though I'm not where he wants me yet, but I know I'm working and moving towards that. The only thing I wanted to let you know that you can take from this video is, don't ever get so caught up praying for yourself that you forget about your neighbors, that you forget about the world, the nation, everything that we're going through. Even if the world was perfect outside, you don't know what your neighbor is going through. You don't know what your coworker is going through. Never get so caught up in trying to get your life and your walk right that we forget about bringing somebody along. And just remember to pray without ceasing. And that doesn't mean just sitting around praying all day. It also means talking to God when you're in the car, when you're in the store. Most of us wear masks, so you should be able to talk almost 8 hours. I know for me at the hospital, I try to talk to God at least the whole 12 hours, giving me strength. So the main purpose of this video today is, just like I said, do not get so caught up in praying for yourself and you wanting this and you wanting that, or asking him to clean you and wash you, that you forget to bring another person in prayer with you. Let's not do that. I feel awful. And when I say awful, when I think about it, it just brings tears to my eyes, because that was never me. I'm going through a lot, and I'm guessing that I got caught up with myself and my problems, that I really didn't even let go of my own problems and give it to God, that I forgot my neighbors. I forgot the world. Just make sure that you are praying for others. You got to. And praying for your nation, your earth, your world. We're in a mess. Your violence. Like, I didn't even pray for violence the last 2 months. I don't know what. I don't know why. I cannot allow that to happen again. But like I said, I just want to come, and every day or every other day, once a week, I just want to give you an update on how my walk is going. Even if he brings something to my attention like this praying. I was very selfish for the last few months in that area. And I can admit it. I can admit it. So, with that being said, just make sure when you're praying or when you're talking, make sure that you're inviting that person that you know needs you, and to pray for them. Make sure you're praying for them. Don't be like some of these people that say, I'm going to pray for you, and don't pray for you. That's not a good thing either. But anyway, because if you ask somebody for prayer, you want to make sure that they're praying for you. So whatever you do to somebody else is what's going to be done to you. So if somebody asks me to pray for them, sometimes depending how many or what it is, I'm have to write it down just so that I can remember. But I have had incidents where someone could say, pray for me, or I say, I'm going to pray for you, and I forget. That's not a good thing. Because when I'm praying, I don't want God to forget my prayer or forget to answer them. So I cannot allow myself to forget somebody's. It's just mainly discipline, but I never had a big problem like that in that area of praying for people. But I notice now what's going on. But when I was praying for people, I didn't have too much of a big problem, like needing discipline in that area. Not a lot. Because I know the power of prayer. And I know that a lot of people are not strong. A lot of people don't know God like we do. Or whatever the case may be. Even if it's just to help their prayers get answered. Just pray. And whenever you come across something that you know that you didn't do and you should have done, like me with the last few months not praying for people, address it. Be honest about it. Be honest about it. I have to go to God again, and because it's on me and it's bothering me, so I need to go to him again and address it and just leave it there with him. But first I had to do the video just to let you know. Make sure that you're praying. There's benefits to praying. what's the reasons of praying without season? It's going to give you strength and hope. So until next time, this was, my walk. I am not perfect, and I tell you guys that all the time. I'm not perfect, but at the same time, I'm learning. And I'm just taking you guys on a journey with me, because maybe some of you guys are going through the same thing, the ups and downs. And learn to read some of the verses that I gave you, like Matthew 26 and 41. Find the verses where the disciples asked Jesus to teach them how to pray. And whatever you do, make sure you're praying for somebody else. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.